and I'd like to show you how to log in and use this program. First of all, each child has already brought home a login card which is attached to either the front or the back of their reading diary. It looks like this card here on the top left. The first thing you need to do is to type in the address www.activelearningprimary.co.uk. If you are using an iPad or a smartphone, first of all, via Safari or any other browser, type in the address, which will bring up the login page, and I recommend that you then add this page to your home screen so that children can find it much easier. You can do this by clicking on the plus button in the top right, which will give you many choices, and if you click on add to home screen, you will then be asked to add this to the home screen. So click on add, and you will then see the ActiveLearn shortcut on your home screen on your iPad. If you're using a PC or a Mac, you simply type in the address www.activelearnprimary, it's a long address, .co.uk. This will take you to the login page. I suggest bookmarking this on your computer to help children to find it easier. On the login card will be the child's username and their password. These are the same usernames and passwords as they will be using for SumDog. However, the school code is different to that for SumDog. The school code for this site is D5NM. So your child needs to type in their username, which is their first name in lowercase letters, followed by the first letter of their surname. I'm going to use Daniel's for this. I hope he doesn't mind. I'll type in his password, which is a word and a number with no spaces, again in lowercase, and the school code is D5NM. So click login, and this will bring you to your child's home page, which looks like this. So it tells Daniel to go to My Stuff to get started, so that's where we'll go. On this page, you will find lots of different books. In this case, there are 39 different books to choose from, and you can scroll through them, and your child can choose any of these books because the teachers have set the levels for them. Some books will be slightly easier and some books slightly more challenging for your child, but none of them should be too challenging. So your child can pick any they like. Daniel hasn't started reading any of these, or it would say open if he had. So I'm going to click on This Is My Pet, and I'm going to read this book. So when the book is open, we encourage you alongside your child to read the notes on the front cover. It's exactly the same as any books they bring home that have notes. And it gives them activities to do, skills to focus on. That's a good thing for you to do alongside your child at home. If your child is struggling, they can click Read to Me and they can listen to the book. But we encourage children to have a go at reading first.
This Is My Pet by Helen Chapman.
I'm going to go to the next page. So first of all, the child should have a go at reading these words themselves and take time to study the pictures. Remember, pictures give children lots of clues to help them read. You can ask them to quickly glance at the text, see if there are any words that they already know in the text. Words like we and have are key words. They and are also are key words. Talk about the picture. Maybe you'll think of some words that might appear in the text. And then have a go, if they don't know the word, at sounding out the sounds. O, d, odd. Also, you can ask your child to think, which word would make sense here? And throw in some silly words if they're not sure. You could say, we have odd potatoes. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's go back and try again. Use the pictures. You might be able to figure out the words. And then have a listen to the book too.
Odd pets. We have odd pets. They are not dogs. They are not cats.
When you finish the page, just click next. Again, keep having a go at reading and use as many different clues as you can. Picture clues. Do we know any keywords? Can we say the sounds? And can we go back and read the sentence and think what makes sense here? When you've read the text, if you see a bug symbol, that means that there is a question about the text. So if you click on the bug, a question will appear. This will assess your child's comprehension skills. If your child can't read the question, you can hear the question.
What does this pet look like? Click on one word.
If your child's clicked the bug before they've read the text and then they don't know the answer, they can simply go back and look again at the book. Now read it and have a go again. So hopefully they've figured out it looks like a stick and they can click done.
Very good.
And back to the book again. Your child should keep reading through the text, answering all the questions as they go. It doesn't matter if they make a mistake and they get a question wrong, they will get a chance to go back again. Remember that they can listen to the question.
Oops.
Oh dear, we
Try
got it
again.
wrong. So if they get it wrong, please encourage them to go back and reread the text. Okay, it tells us here he's odd because he is little. So I'm going to go back to the question and have another go.
Great. Let's go back to the book.
Each time your child reads the book and answers the questions, they will earn points or coins, which they will be able to spend on the site. I'll show you what they can spend those coins on soon. So if we keep going through the book, answering the questions as we go, it can be a little slow at times, but patience is a good thing to learn. So some of the questions have drop-down arrows so that you can choose the correct word to finish the sentence.
Good work.
Children shouldn't just flick through, but they should take their time making sure they are reading the text. The questions are a good way to make sure that they are doing this. Some of the questions have direct answers within the text, and some of the questions will be more inferential type, which questions the child's logical thinking about the text. Some questions such as this are drag and drop, so we just have to match the labels to the correct picture. These are good exercises because this example tests the children's ability to read the key words. So keep going through the text. It is important that the child tries to finish this book. If they don't, they can go back to it later. But once they've finished and answered all the questions, the book will then appear as having been completed in their library. So I'm just going to keep going through and completing this book so that you can see what their library looks like. It shouldn't take too long, I hope. So I'm making sure that I read the text so I get the answer correct each time. And you'll notice when the answer has been completed, the question has been completed, the bug's eyes disappear. He essentially goes to sleep. Sometimes the bugs look like they're hiding a little bit, as on the back page here. This should be the last question. And the final question is usually asking the child what they think or how they feel about the book. So there is no correct answer. My favourite pet was definitely not a tarantula. I think I'll go for a stick insect. So back to the book. Please make sure you try and read the back cover with the child as well. It gives some nice ideas for activities. All the books are different. Some of them have more notes or more activities. When you've finally finished, close the book and it will ask you, do you want to keep reading or close? I'm going to close it. And I will know if I've answered all the questions in the book because this screen will appear telling me well done. And I can choose whether I liked the book or didn't like it. It's okay if children didn't like the book. If they select that, it's fine, but it's always a good idea to ask them why didn't they like it. It's a great way to get children to talk about the books. You can ask them which was their favourite part of the book. Have they read a book like this one before? Or have they ever experienced something similar to what happened in the story? So I quite enjoyed this book. And I got 17 coins reward for reading that. Now I'm just going to close my stuff. And if I go into my library now, I should see that book appear on the bookshelf. To find the bookshelf, I go through the library doors here. And there's the book that I have just read, along with any others. So we can keep track of which books have and haven't been read by the children. Now I earned some coins for reading that book. So if I go to my rewards, I can be rewarded for my efforts. So your child can choose how they would like to spend their coins. They can go to the pit stop where they can play a game by clicking here on the racing car. Or if they don't fancy racing, they can click on Sticker Book, where they can create stickers. Or they can go to the tree house and they can begin to customize their own house. I'm going to go into my house here. As you can see in my treasure chest, I have 21 coins that I can now spend on the tree house. So you can customize the tree house. I may not have enough coins at the moment to do much. I can add animals and pets or decorate the tree house, add furniture or gadgets. Let's add some furniture to this tree house. For 15 coins I could add a stool or various other things. I can simply close that if I decide not to, or go to the sticker book through the doors. And I can print stickers. This one needs 20 coins to create stickers. I'm not going to spend Daniel's coins for him now. I don't think he'll like that. Or if I fancy a bit of a racing game, I could go into the racing game. Choose a team to race, and it will tell me what to do as soon as I click on that. Just go back to my home. I can see my rewards at the home page, and I can get started with a new book. So I hope your child has fun doing some extra reading. This will be great for the holidays, where you could ask your child to read a book each day. It doesn't take long, as you've just seen, and children will become more and more independent. The questions ensure that they aren't just skipping through the book, but actually need to read it. As your child progresses, teachers will be changing the books that are on offer to the children, setting them higher level books. But we also like to add books that are level lower as well, for practice purposes. So please let us know if you have any problems signing in or using the book club, or if you feel the levels are not appropriate, please do tell us, and we will sort out any problems as quickly as we can. So have fun reading. One last point, as ever, is don't forget to close the door by logging out. So I'm clicking on log out, and that's that. Remember to try and bookmark your page so that you'll be able to find it again quickly.